Cagayan de Oro, the gateway to northern Mindanao, is a gold mine of amazing and diverse attractions. It is a major whitewater rafting and adventure destination in the Philippines, and called the ICT gold mine in the Philippines because of its numerous ICT infrastructures and businesses. With its natural attractions, its archaeological and cultural heritage, and warm, friendly people, Cagayan de Oro is a city in bloom, in blossom, and in boom, the site of SM's second mall in Mindanao. An urban center with a laid-back charm, it offers the best of both worlds to Cagayanos. Today, we will discover its rich culinary tradition, as SM and the Philippine Star take us on a culinary tour of Cagayan de Oro in My City, My SM, My Cuisine. Hello, I'm Cora Alvina, your guide to My City, My SM, My Cuisine, here in Cagayan de Oro City. Behind us is a fabulous view of Cagayan de Oro, showing the high waters or upland waters of Cagayan River. People with a strong sense of pride in their regional identity have brought forth regional cuisine in the Philippines. Major regions evolved culinary techniques and recipes, and their variations can be traced to many things, to the rich natural resources, to the family gustatory tendencies, to communal practices in cooking, in eating, in breaking bread with friends and family alike. Of course, contact with foreigners also flavored native cuisine. My City, My SM, My Cuisine is a joint project between Philippine Star and SM. It aims to help us discover or rediscover our rich cultural heritage in terms of cuisine and the culinary field. So, we will try to identify, retrieve, recreate, and promote these traditional heirloom recipes and native cooking techniques. This is food heritage conservation at its very best. Join me. My City, My SM, My Cuisine. We are in the Canoy Ancestral House on Apolinar Velez Street. It is known as the Big House and has been the venue of many celebrations. There are many celebrations because the Canoys are a successful family, whether in business, enterprises, and family life. They attribute that to hard work, to honesty, to social concern, and faith in God. The Canoy family is one of the most prominent families here in Cagayan de Oro. Their patriarch, Mariano Canoy, and his wife, Laureana Rabe, settled here from Cebu. They had 5 children. Both Canoys were from the academe, and when they retired, they settled and set up other entrepreneurial businesses. They pioneered in broadcasting, newspaper publishing, technical education, and of course, they set up the very first-class hotel here. We are in what used to be the dining room of the ancestral Canoy home in Cagayan de Oro. It was built during the pre-war years, I understand. And we are here with Eileen Canoy Escobar, now Mrs. San Juan, who will share with us some of her family's heirloom recipes. I think for this afternoon, she will share mantecao. How are you?
I'm
and
fine.
Thank you very much for allowing us to intrude into your home.
Welcome.
Okay?
Chef Titing Subrian.
Sophia. Now, tell me a little bit about mantecao.
As far as I can remember, when I was still small, we lived in this house, and my grandmother, Laureana Canoy, this is her recipe. We know her as Lola Aning, and this is Lola Aning's recipe. Mantecao, also known as mantecado for some, is supposed to be made with the lard, the purico. This is a cake and it's made with cinnamon also.
Did you learn this from your grandmother directly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I've been helping her. She was when I was still
Wonderful.
small.
And is this a special cake? Was it served during special occasions, or was it an everyday merienda, for instance? Was it dessert?
My grandmother was very fond of hosting parties, and this was a regular fare in her parties. She would also make this for merienda, for other occasions also. Okay, we have here, it's already pre-sifted. This is about 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Put that together. This is going to be, we will be mixing all these dry ingredients.
Okay.
And this is our half-cup cinnamon,
Wow.
ground cinnamon. I was told, although I haven't witnessed that with the others, they use the
Bark?
the canela, yes, the bark that which they ground to put together with the cinnamon. But of course, with the convenience that we have now for baking, we use
Yes.
the ground cinnamon.
Yes, canela or cinnamon, I think, grows here in Mindanao.
Yes.
I used to get cinnamon sticks from Misamis, so...
Okay, and this is our baking powder. This is 2 tablespoons of our
Alright.
baking powder that we mix together. Okay, and we mix this, and then I will ask Chef Titing to also mix while I'll put this, mix all the ground, I mean the dry ingredients. To mix, this is our 2 cups of the cooking oil and 3 cups of white sugar. So we cream that, put that in the mixer.
Alright. But I can imagine that in olden times, or during the times of Lola Aning, this was done by hand.
This was done by hand.
Yes. And these are the molds?
Those are the molds. Those are made of tins.
Yes.
Yes, and we put the paper lining, we cut out paper and
Yeah.
put them inside.
And so how many of these will our mixture together
This will
Result
produce 25. 25 of this size of molds. It's about 2 inch by 4.
Let me show.
Okay. Start this.
And then gradually add the
Yes.
dry.
Yes.
So you add the dry to the wet rather than the wet added, folded into the dry.
Yes, it's you can also alternate this. We have also here 3 cups rather of milk.
The milk has to be fresh, evaporated.
This is fresh milk.
fresh milk. It smells good already. I suppose that's the cinnamon.
Yes.
Would you know where Lola Aning got this from? Is it from a recipe book? Did she learn it from her mother?
I figured that she was a home economics teacher.
I see.
And so where she got the recipe, I'm not sure. But we have her recipe kept in, she has this old cookbook, a thick one, which she wrote on the back. In one of those blank pages of the cookbook, she wrote the recipe there.
Fantastic. Fantastic. But I dare say that this is Lola Aning's mantecao because she has cooked it for so long, passed it down the generations. The family owns it, in effect. And the last milk.
And we still have to put our eggs.
Okay, and for that amount, we are adding six
Six pieces of eggs.
small or medium.
These are small ones.
Okay. And we're whisking the eggs a bit. 6
Yes,
eggs.
before. So that I can also mix some of add more of the dry ingredients.
So you pour the eggs, whisked eggs in one go.
Yes.
Okay. And add the rest of the dry.
After putting this in the molds, we have the oven at 350 degrees.
Preheated?
Preheat
Do you
the,
preheat?
yes, preheat the oven at 350 degrees, and this should be baking in. It should be baked in about 20 to 30 minutes.
And so you have it's half of the
About
of the
half,
mold, about
yes.
half. Alright. And so we pop everything into a preheated 350 degree oven.
Yes.
And wait for about 20 to 30 minutes. We are with about 2 dozen mantecao on the table here. How is this eaten? And I've noticed you sprinkled a little bit of white sugar,
White
granulated, not confectioners.
Not
Just,
confectioners, just white sugar.
white sugar on top.
granulated
And,
sugar. Well, we have here the baked
Yes.
mantecao.
Okay.
I'll just pop this off from the tin
Okay.
and add it to all the ones that we have already baked.
Right.
And we sprinkle sugar on white sugar on the other ones that we've already.
May I try it?
Sure.
How does one usually eat mantecao? Do you bite it from like this?
We do. You can
Or
also slice it
Maybe
if it's
slice
too
with
heavy.
millimeter?
Yes. But the way the paper is cut also, it's easy to peel off
Alright.
here
Okay.
and then just bite through it.
And as a child, you used to eat this with ice cream, you had
Ice
soft drinks,
cream,
you
yes,
can
with
have-
milk.
or coffee and
Yes.
some other beverage. Well, we'll try it. Very good. But then I'm partial to cinnamon.
Ah,
But thank you very, very much for letting us into your home and for sharing this heirloom recipe with us.
you're welcome.
My city, my SM, my cuisine. We are in Barangay Iponan, which is the oldest barangay of Cagayan de Oro City. It is here in Iponan where one finds cooks who still hold on to their traditional culinary heritage. And with me is Nanette Roa. Nanette is a dear friend. Nanette is also the acting curator of the City Museum of Cagayan de Oro City. And she is a budding archaeologist, as she puts it, but she is actually an archaeologist of high marks already. She is also a member of the Cagayan de Oro Historical and Cultural Commission. Nanette, thank you for being here with me and thank you for welcoming me back in Cagayan de Oro.
My pleasure, Cora.
Okay, first maybe we should ask, why Iponan? Why is it called Iponan?
Iponan comes from the Visayan verb word ipon, meaning to unite, because upriver there are many streams that form into one great river. That's why this is called Iponan.
I see. And I understand that you also know by heart the culinary heritage coming from the Roa family. Tell me a bit about the Roas.
Well, our family has been here since 1780, and we have served Cagayan de Oro, not only Cagayan de Oro, but the